Okay, hi guys. I want to show you some shortcuts with finding mean and median um, in Desmos, and then how to do the MAD in Desmos. So, again, if I'm going too fast, pause the video and really learn this because you can learn this. I'm going to put me up here in this corner. Okay, so first of all, it says to find the MAD of, you can't see the whole thing, but see the mean absolute value, absolute deviation. Okay. So when you're in Desmos, notice I'm using the star version of Desmos because this is what you will have access to when you take the test. Okay. And so let me hide these things. Okay. And I kind of need to move this too. You can't really see it because of this. Let me see. Okay, we got to move that. We're going to move that over Desmos. Okay, here we go again. So I like to put my screens right next to each other so I don't have to keep going back and forth. When you open the keyboard, there's this button that says functions. And right there it says mean. Now, you can actually just type in the word mean and then parentheses, and it'll work too. Then I punch in 3, comma, 1, comma, 5, comma, 4, comma, 8, comma, 6. Okay. Now I have right there, I have my mean. Look at that. Looky, looky, want a cookie. Okay. I have my mean. I didn't have to do all the adding and dividing. It's right there in Desmos. You can just type in mean, parentheses, 3, comma, 1, comma, 5, comma, 4, comma, 8, comma, 6, and it does the same thing, okay? That same set of numbers, check this out. If I copy that same set of numbers and I want to know the median. Oops, wait, I went to the wrong place. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't mean to copy it like that. Let me go back. There we go. I just meant to copy the numbers. Copy. Now open a new one. And I want to know the median. Paste my numbers. There's my median. My median is also 4.5. Okay. Now how to do the MAD. There's not a button that you can just push and say MAD. There is on the non-star version, but there is not on the testing version because they want to make sure you know how to do this. Again, use the testing version because if you don't, you will not be ready for the test. Okay, so how do I find the MAD then? Well, if you remember from this worksheet, when you have the mean, the difference, the subtraction problem, and the absolute value is the how you figure out the mode. But you just want the mean. I mean the MAD, not the mode. The MAD. You want the mean absolute deviation. So what I'm going to do is I want the mean of these differences. That's what you should have learned in the last video. I want the mean of these differences. So I'm going to plug in right here. I'm going to go 4.5 and make a subtraction problem. I'm going to subtract 3. So my first difference is 1 point. Oops. Let's try this again. Not 1 comma, 1.5. Then I put a comma. My next difference, put a 1, is 3.5. 3.5. I'm going to put a comma. My next difference, see, I took away the 4.5 minus 3, 4.5 minus 1, 4.5 minus 5. Now we're going to take away 5. And don't worry about the negative because this is absolute value. So you just take the negative away. So I just put in 0.5. And then I hit a comma again. Okay. And I put in 4. 4 is my next number. Oh, look, 4 is also 0.5. 0.5. And then I put in 8. So let me put in 8. And I get 3.5. Again, don't worry about the negative. Oops, I forgot to put a comma in there, so it looks like 53. There we go. Got to make sure you have that comma. That's not a comma right there. There's my comma. Okay. So 1.5 comma, 3.5 comma, 0.5 comma, 0.5 comma, 3.5 comma, and then we'll put in the 6. We're just subtracting from the mean. And so I get 1.5. So let me put a comma, and then 1.5. And then close my parentheses. Oops. And there it is, 1.83. 1.83. And it says answer to 2 decimal places. So my answer of my MAD is 1.83. So I wouldn't have to do this whole chart. I could put in my data 3, 1. In fact, let me do that right here. I'm going to use the drawing tool, and I'm going to put in 3, 1, 5, 4, 8, 6. My mean is 4.5 for all of them. So then my difference, if you remember, we did the difference up here. Let me kind of go over so you can see it. My difference was 1.5 and then 3.5 and then 0.5, 0.5. Let me kind of go over here so I can see them. I have it smaller, so it's hard to see. 0.5, 0.5, 3.5. So 3.5. I can write on the screen, so I don't know why I'm doing this. And then 1.5. Okay, the absolute value, I just gave the absolute value. These were actually negative numbers. This one, and this one were actually negative numbers, but I went ahead and so that's the 3.5, 0.5, 0.5, 3.5, and 1.5. Then you add them all up together and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would divide by 6. So let's just do that so I can show we got the same number. So let's add them together. 1.5 plus 3.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 3.5 plus 1.5 equals, oops, I don't need to put the equals. There it is, equals 11. And then we're going to take 11 divided by 6. And there's our answer. And that's the answer we got right there. So let's do another one. I want to do at least one more so you can see how to put these in. So here we go. Here's our data. I'm not going to use this chart because I'm trying to show you a shortcut. So let's go to the top again. And we're going to get the mean of this data. So you can type in mean, or you can come down here and go functions and do mean. That'll remind you you can do median. Okay. I think that's all it has that we're learning. Yeah. Mean and median. So mean, and then I'm going to put in my points. 78, comma, 45, comma, 60, comma, 33, comma, 84. So right there it is, 60. 60 is my mean. I have it, 78, 45, 60, 33, 84. So now I'm going to go 60 minus 78 because I'm trying to look for the difference between each of these. Do you see what I'm doing? So 60 minus 78. And we're going to get the mean of the differences. The mean of the differences. Okay? The absolute differences. So 60 minus 78 is 18. Again, it's negative 18, but we're taking the absolute value. So then comma, what's our next one? 45. So let's minus 45. What do we get? 15. Okay, comma, minus 60. Let's subtract 60. Oh, it's 0. This is a good one because you still have to put that number in. If you don't put the 0 in, you're not going to be dividing by the exact amount of numbers. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Comma, 33. So let's put a 33 there. 27. And then one more. We go up here so I can see it. 84. So put an 84 right here. And that's 24. Okay. So what it just did, so my MAD, here's my MAD. Here's the mean of the absolute deviation. It's 16.8. Now, I want you to see what would happen if that 0 wasn't in there. It's 21, and that's not the answer. That's not the answer. You have to put that 0 in there, okay? Okay, I hope this video helped you understand how to quickly do it using Desmos. I'll be showing in class also to help you practice using Desmos to find these answers. Okay, bye.